Cam Newton. Belichick signed him for $1.75 million in 2020. You know Belichick does not overpay players and certainly doesn't overpay quarterbacks. He won't do it. He's just not going to do it. He paid $1.75 million for Cam last year. Did he get up $1.75 million in value? He got more than that. Now, just remember this about Cam Newton last year. He was coming off of a catastrophic injury, and he had missed the season. Okay, that alone you'd expect diminished returns. But that wasn't all. He was going to a brand new team in a new system that had run the opposite, well, had the opposite kind of quarterback as Cam for 20 years. But that's not all. Because of COVID, there were lots of guys who opted out on the defense, and it was a team built around defense before the season even started. But that's not all. Their best defender, Gilmore, also got hurt during the season and missed some games, but that's not all. Cam Newton himself got COVID, but that's not all. He didn't just miss a game. The team couldn't practice. The facilities were shut down. And remember, it's a new team, new system. He's coming off a catastrophic injury, hasn't played in a year, doesn't know his teammates, and couldn't practice. There was, in addition to that, they can't even do walkthroughs and stuff like that. But that's not all. Cam suffered from a COVID fog for several weeks after the game he missed against Kansas City. But that's not all. The Patriots' offense was so bad it made Tom Brady look ordinary before he just had an MVP caliber year when you count the playoff run. But that's not all. If anything, the offensive weapons were even worse than when Brady was there. And in spite of all that, Cam Newton won 7 games and came 2 plays away from winning 9. He won. Now, listen to the teams they beat. They beat Miami week 1. They lost to Seattle by a single play, a goal line stand. Bobby Wagner, a great player, made a great play and stopped Cam at the goal line against Seattle week 2. They beat the Raiders week 3. Then Cam got COVID. They lost to KC. Then he was in that. Then they had 2 bad losses, Denver and San Francisco, where Cam looked terrible. And at the time, I speculated, is he going through some kind of COVID symptom thing, like lingering symptom? And a couple weeks after that, Cam pointed to those games, said, basically he had that COVID fog that you read about. The following week, they're at Buffalo. Cam is stripped in the red zone, or else maybe they win that Buffalo game. Like, that's 2 plays against Seattle and Buffalo that could easily turn those losses into win. One play in each game. Then they beat the Jets, and they beat the Ravens. They lost on the road to Houston. Then they beat Arizona and destroyed the Chargers before they had a bad run at the end of the season. What I see from the Patriots last year is a 7-9 team that, given all the issues they were dealing with, that was a remarkable season for them. And that 7-9 team were 2 plays away from being 9-7. That was for $1.75 million. Belichick just gave Cam $14 million. I mean, it's like $8 million in, I think it was 8 in guaranteed and another 6 based on incentives. But for $1.75, he got that Cam. What do you think he's expecting for 8 to 14? If anything, he's going to get more value than that. That's an interesting move by Belichick. He thinks he can make the playoffs with Cam Newton, and I agree with him. I think based on what we saw last year from Cam, I'm expecting a much better year.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.